Derek Bieri, the mastermind of Vice Grip Garage, has endured a roller coaster of life twists that few can even dream of. From fixing up old cars to winning millions of hearts, his journey seemed unstoppable until the cracks began to appear. How did surprise controversies turn his dream life into something much more complex? Join us as we explore the twists that altered everything for this car icon in ways he never anticipated. The driving force behind Vice Grip Garage wasn't the kind of guy you'd expect to fall in love with cars. Born in Minot, North Dakota on May 16, 1984, he grew up on a farm. Forget about a love for cars that some folks claim to have since they were born. He learned something a bit different: the importance of fixing things with whatever he had around. His grandpa and father repaired everything they had: machines, appliances, name it. They did not rush out to replace something unless absolutely necessary, and this attitude influenced how he dealt with cars later in life. Prior to getting into this, it is obvious Derek's journey to car restoration was more than simply repairing things. It was a result of an event much deeper than anyone could have ever imagined. He learned how to get handy with things beyond tools: welding, making things, repairing cars with whatever pieces he had lying around. These were his qualifications, and they qualified him to get into managing auto shops and custom car building. He wasn't the kind of person who went to school for all of that either. Hands-on work was so much more valuable to him than anything a textbook had to offer. So he got his hands dirty and learned the hard way, from his own errors. In 2007, he chose to take his passion online. That's when Vice Grip Garage began appearing on YouTube. Seeing other car content he discovered online, he chose to enter the fray. His break came when he restored a 1969 Camaro Z28. Folks adored it, and it was apparent that his no-nonsense, down-to-earth approach, along with the fact that he saved vehicles most people would have scrapped, was gaining traction. Vice Grip Garage's success wasn't sudden, but his method of discovering older abandoned cars and breathing new life into them struck a chord. It wasn't all about the vehicle. It was about resurrecting something and demonstrating to people that, with a little elbow grease, you can revive anything. His channel continued to grow, and now Vice Grip Garage is a must-see for anyone who enjoys getting their hands dirty restoring cars. No high-end tools or complicated jargon, just a man and an enthusiasm for cars. There is no way his journey had so many twists. He was not always a YouTube sensation. For years, he set his passion for cars aside for the corporate world. Yes, he traded greased jeans for a tie and suit. His days were filled with meetings, and his evenings still had him working on cars in the garage, desperate to hold onto his passion. But eventually even he couldn't resist the garage's call. He stored his suits, bid farewell to boardrooms, and went after what truly brought him joy: restoring old cars. Flash forward to the present. He's once again doing what he loves best. With more than 2 million subscribers and still growing, Vice Grip Garage is a huge success. His journey, from a farm in North Dakota to becoming a YouTube sensation in Tennessee, is a testament to the fact that you can rewrite your story at any given time. Luxury is money and luxury items, people think. But he considered luxury to be freedom. Freedom to work for himself at what he loved every single day. When he left the corporate lifestyle behind, he was already a name to reckon with. He had led groups, been a company president, and done very well for himself. But it wasn't making him happy. He found that sitting at a desk, making deals, and wearing a suit wasn't what he had in mind. So he did something big. He quit and traded all of that for life in the garage. It was more than about fixing cars. It was about relating to others, sharing the things he was passionate about, and making life a little brighter each day. Most people perceive success as having the ability to purchase costly things. To him, success was about walking away from all of that and returning to what really put a smile on his face. Imagine being able to walk away from a job you never liked in the first place and being able to live well while doing what you really love. He's doing just that, and it's all because of his YouTube channel. Now, he's living a life that many can only dream of. Opening Vice Grip Garage wasn't his initial foray into the world of cars. The love had always been there, fermenting just beneath the surface even when he was doing corporate gigs. It began with a Camaro Z28. That's the vehicle that revolutionized everything. Recording himself using no-frills cameras and no professional editing, He rigged up a busted iPhone to record what he did, and people ate it up. That first video was not polished, but it was authentic. He was transparent. He wasn't an expert, and he was simply presenting what he did. Folks responded to the sincerity. Stepping out of his comfortable office position wasn't easy, but what ensued made his life turn around and got old forgotten automobiles into the spotlight. Since that time, his videos have collected millions of viewers. His success on YouTube earned him money, of course, but it also created new doors to open. Soon he wasn't merely a YouTuber anymore. He had a television show on Motor Trend called Roadworthy Rescues. The Vice Grip Garage name grew, and soon he was selling merchandise, tools, and auto supplies, all while maintaining his dedication to pursuing what he loved. So what does he do with all his money? It's easy. He buys more vehicles and takes care of his family. His car collection continues to expand. And when he's not in the garage, he's hanging out with his family. This is not a hobby or a money-making venture. It's his way of life. And his family is along with him every step of the way. It was towards the end of 2021 that he did something dramatic, leaving many of his fans caught off guard. He relocated his family and left Minnesota to settle in Tennessee. Why? Because he was seeking a better life. A more relaxed lifestyle, fewer commutes, and more quality time with his family. He discussed the move on his other YouTube channel, Vice Grip Lodge. Tennessee provided lower living costs than Minnesota, but more significantly, it provided a higher quality of life. In Minnesota, he was driving more than an hour to work each day. That equated to about 30 days a year just driving. It was time that could be better used with his family or tinkering with cars. In Tennessee, he opened up a new store just a quick drive from home, allowing him to spend more time with the people he loves and do what he loves, sometimes working an unbelievable 130 hours a week on car projects. Another perk? Tennessee has less harsh winters than Minnesota. That meant he could continue to work on his projects without a 3-month winter hiatus. No surprise he left Tennessee. A nicer climate, more time spent with family, and more opportunities to work on his hobby. And as for racing, Tennessee's central location puts it smack in the middle of where the action is for motorsports, something he has become more interested in over the last few years. And talking about racing, his hobby has taken off a great deal. In 2021, he dove headfirst into competitive racing at the Midwest Drags event. His initial experience was piloting a lowered ice cream truck. More out of fun than anything else, but it sparked something. The actual thrill came when he took his Mustang, lovingly referred to as El Toro, to Rocky Mountain Race Week. Running 8-second runs, he was diving deeper into the world of racing. It's not the rush of racing that brings him back. It's the community, the drag and drive meets, the friendships, and the common passion that makes it all worth it. His passion for cars isn't just about repairing them. It's about taking them to their absolute limit on the track and being part of a greater whole. Vice Grip Garage is an integral part of the Bieri family. Behind the scenes, his wife Jessica assists, and his 3 sons are raised in the garage. They may be too young to compete yet, but they're already getting schooled. Their youngest, Bentley, even has his own YouTube channel, Little Grip Garage, where he tinkers with go-karts and dirt bikes. The channel has already attracted a following, and he's obviously sharing his skills and enthusiasm with the next generation. Bentley's YouTube channel may not be as large as Vice Grip Garage, but it's already got a loyal following. Bentley follows in his dad's footsteps, taking on projects such as turning a golf cart into a custom vehicle or repairing his go-kart. It's all about dirtying up his hands and learning in the same method his dad did. Bentley's channel shows that the Bieri family's automotive passion isn't dying down anytime soon. His plan, making car restoration and racing a reality for all, has inspired thousands. He's now assisting his son in continuing the family legacy. Bentley is already leaving his own imprint, and he hopes the next generation will take all that they've learned and do better. Vice Grip Garage might have begun with one individual and a dream, but it's become a family business. And it's evident the Bieri name is going to be a part of the automobile universe for decades to come. From rural North Dakota to corporate America, and now YouTube fame, his journey hasn't been easy. But that's what makes it beautiful. He's done things his way, and he hasn't lost sight of where he came from. Whether he's working on an old clunker or laughing with his children, he's the epitome of what it takes to be a car man at heart. It isn't about fame or fortune. It's about a passion for what he does and sharing it with as many as he can. It hasn't all been easy for him. There were late nights, compromises, and moments when success was a distant dream. But he remained himself, and that is what has endeared him to his viewers. It's what brings people back to his channel video after video. He isn't looking to be the biggest or the slickest. He's just a dude who likes cars and wants to share that passion. And to many people, that's enough. Let's go back to when he initially began working on cars as a teenager. It wasn't glamorous labor. He was frequently working with whatever spare parts he happened to have around, and there were a lot of failures before he experienced any success. But those early endeavors taught him lessons that he took with him to Vice Grip Garage. It's not about having the best equipment or the ideal plan. It's about going in there and attempting it. That's what he has always done, and that's why people admire him. Another large aspect of his history is his relationship with his family. His dad and grandpa showing him how to repair things, through his wife and children being involved in Vice Grip Garage. His history is about family. Jessica is also always present beside him, assisting in managing the channel and staying organized in the background. She's a major reason why Vice Grip Garage has been such success.